If you're looking to play Ace in OP03, you're in the right place. Be sure to subscribe for my future Ace content and live streams. I also just make other One Piece trading card game content. First, we'll take a look at the leader ability and how it works in this build. Specifically, I've been testing playing Striker, which is his raft, and searches one event for 2 Dawn, and then we'll go over each of the cards and overall thoughts of the deck so far. So Ace, the leader, when this leader attacks or is attacked, you may trash any number of event or stage cards from your hand. This leader gains 1000 power during this battle for every card trashed. This leader makes so many cards in your hand combo power in an event heavy format, allowing you to make more event techs because they can be used for Marco or his effect. First up, we have Makino. Makino is a 2K, but on occasion you can use her to boost Izo or Buggy to put on pressure. Izo is the best card in the deck. It searches for 1 Whitebeard card, gets you your Marco attackers in early game. Plus, in the Striker build, since it's any Whitebeard type, you can add Striker. Buggy gives you a body you can don up to swing and searches 1 event. However, that doesn't include stages, but he's pretty much a staple. I've seen builds play him, and I've seen builds opt out of him. Jozu. I can see this card being played at 4 and cutting down Makino, and I've seen builds that take that route. Rush is something I wish I see more of in certain situations. They've made me want to play Rush Zoro. We have Brook, great for Seaquake, and if he's on board when you drop Ace to clean up boards, he can make 2 characters go minus 2,000 when he swings with 1 Dawn. So potentially you could minus 5,000 with Ace on the turn you play him, and then you can pretty much clean up anything with even like the 1 drops. Marco, once you're at 2 life, you can ditch any Whitebeard card to bring him back. So he stops the giant swings from yellow and black decks and any other decks. You can also use Striker to save him. And then we have the Marco Attacker, another staple. He doesn't have the 2 life requirement, which makes him absolutely insane and will be played in every single red deck because you can discard an event. This works exceptionally well with Striker because you will always have an event to keep burning. On top of that, this card defines the red meta. Then we have Ace. The Rush is very powerful and can be dropped on the 7 curve to clean their boards. I usually don't want to play him on the 8 curve if I have Flame Emperor because I just want to Flame Emperor, take out something big, dawn up 1, swing 9, and either get 3 cards or knock him down 2 life. But maybe I'm playing the Ace wrong. There are instances where I feel like I should probably be dropping him more. Radical Beam is a staple going into set 3. Every red deck's going to be playing it. I've seen people playing 4 Radical Beam, 2 Guard Point. I've seen 4 Rad Beam, 4 Guard Point. Any event you wish to play, I mean, it really just becomes Marco fuel, or it saves you and keeps you alive in the late game. But the combo power is very crucial because the deck is the underdog. And so just being able to stay in while you apply that pressure is huge. Seaquake pops at 3,000 power or less, so it works great with Ace or Brook to maximize value for a 1 cost. Whitebeard Pirate's another searcher to get you your Marcos. This card only adds characters, so I'm only playing 3, but you can definitely play 4. Then we have Crossfire. I'm a big fan of this card, especially against yellow decks. Crossfire makes it possible to destroy Big Mom's 10 drops with the Flame Emperor. It also allows you to keep a character from being KO'd by dropping an attacking character by 4,000 power. Even during your opponent's turn, I've seen this played at 4. I definitely understand why people would play it at 4. It's so versatile because it is both main and then on like counters, so it can be used in both instances. Fire Fist. While this card hasn't been amazing, it still offers a lot of versatility. In combination with Crossfire and Otama or Gordon, you can answer almost any threat just for 3 cards from your hand, which is kind of expensive. It also combos well with Brook or on a 10 Dawn turn, you can sweep a board with Ace and Fire Fist. You can opt to play Jet Pistol over this, so you don't have to -1 by discarding, but in the Striker build, it hurts less. It's also a great way to get rid of blockers. Flame Emperor. This card is a game changer on the 9 curve, allowing you to activate pop in 8k power or less, and swing 9k if your opponent has no Dawn active. It's especially effective against red decks at 3 life, as Radical Beam will only protect and power up by 2,000. When this card is in hand, you can keep yourself in the game and force your opponent to give you 3 cards or lose 2 life. My favorite play is to use this after my opponent drops Katakuri on 8. It gives me an extra life, and then I get to answer it. Just be careful against red at 2, as Radical Beam and Guard Point are commonly used in every deck due to Marco. This card is really what makes Ace so good, as he's the only leader able to play it. And when you swing into those large counters, unlike yellow has Ikaku Sovereignty, and so when you're swinging that and they can combo out of it for 1 or 2 cards, it doesn't feel just as valuable. And then next up, the main card of the deck, Striker. This card is definitely playable, especially if you have a high event count. It allows you to essentially draw 2 cards and is great for the 3 curve. This card also generates an event for 2 Dawn that you can discard as a 1k if you have no other plays. It's helped me against the Whitebeard matchup. Plus, if you see it multiples in games, you can pitch it for a 1k counter. So it's never dead, and it's never like, man, like, you know, when you draw 2 boats, it's never like, oh, well, like, you know, like, I guess it's Marco fodder, but it goes beyond that. Overall, this deck can definitely compete in the OP03 format. I've seen lists from Japan winning and performing well. However, it will take skill because it is the underdog of red, with Zoro and Whitebeard still being incredibly powerful. Yellow dropping double big bombs has also been the biggest struggle, and I'm thinking Round Table might be the answer. But this deck is super fun. I've had a great time playing it. It's very nostalgic. It lets you feel like one of the most beloved One Piece characters, and just being able to have a great time. But let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below. What deck will you be playing in OP03 format? And let me know what you'd like to see in future videos. Thank you so much. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe.